Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for the next big unforeseen changes coming your way. So we will have a look and see exactly what is coming your way that you may not necessarily be able to see at this very point in time. So we have each of the groups here, and before I get started, I just wanted to mention that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box of the channel down below, and also everything is down below on how you can enter. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading with me, as I offer personal readings, they're available on my website, and the information is also down below as well. They're done on the same day, so they're done 12 to 24 hours from when you purchase, and they're done with me, and I'm so excited to offer such a fast turnaround time on the readings, which by the way I've been doing for years now, so it's just that we get to do them a lot quicker for your burning questions. And also intention items, which so many people have seen results with, which I hand make, are also on my website as well. There's bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet, or your purse. I have an example right here actually. These are hand embroidered, as you can see. And there's also intention pouches, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet, or your purse as well. There's also divination coins, charms, pendulums, crystals, sage. There's so many different items on there, so definitely do check it out, and check out the review section because, again, thousands of people have seen results with these items, and it's at the bottom of my website, the review section. Okay, so we have here these 5 beautiful piles, whichever one you're most drawn to. I would say pick twice if you want to. If there's more than one group that you're most drawn to, of course, absolutely, you can pick twice, and the timestamps will be in the description box below as well, so you can go there, click on it, it will take you to the reading that you would like to view. Alright, so I'm going to start over there first of all with group number 1, and then we will move to group 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so that's the order in which we're going in, and take your pick. Alright, so I am going to move these to this side. Alright. It's so hot, I'm going to take my jacket off. It's really, really warm. Alright. Okay. Group 1, the next big unforeseen changes coming your way. Let's have a look and see what's coming. Alright, so you have chosen this pile here with stunning, stunning blue crystal. Let's put it right in the middle, right there. And let's have a look and see what your first card is. So this is the Knight of Swords. Da, 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 da. Alright, so actually really surprised because the Knight of Swords is about a lot of movement and a lot coming your way, very steady and very fast. So if you have felt like your life is just a bit stagnant, there's things that you would love, there are things that you would like to manifest, there are things that you would like to have in your life, come through, and you're just kind of thinking to yourself, I have no idea if these things are even going to happen. Look, I feel like they're going to come to you in a very unexpected way, to the point where you're going to be dragged in so many different directions, trying to do so many different things, and you're going to kind of be thinking to yourself, like, oh my gosh, there is so much happening right now. How in the world is there so much happening right now? And so one of the big, unforeseen changes is that you're going to have a lot coming your way all at once, okay? So you know that phrase where they say, when it all comes at once. So true. Like when things are quiet, it's like everything's quiet, but then when things start to roll and start to move, you'll be like, oh my goodness, there is so much happening. I don't have time, but okay, this is what I prayed for once upon a time. Okay, here it is. Let me appreciate it. Let me go with the flow and enjoy the process. That's what you'll be thinking. And it's so obvious as we see that here on the cards. Really, really significant energy, and actually very, very progressive and powerful in itself. So I'd definitely say enjoy the process with this, because even though you can kind of be taken aback a little bit, it's quite exciting, really exciting in the grand scheme of things. So that's very, very good, very wonderful. Okay, so that's your first card. Alright, we are going to look at things a little bit more in depth with oracle cards. So let's have a look and see what next big unforeseen changes. So things are going to come very fast. I feel like that's also to do with communication. It's also to do with like friendships. I feel like you're going to forge lots of new friendships, and you're also going to find like-minded people that will come through in your path. But a lot of you will find that this is unforeseen because you won't really be expecting it, right? A lot of you might think, oh, I have what I have, and I'm not really looking. Oh, well. Because of that, it's unforeseen, right? And ultimately, so much more is going to come your way with communication. Actually, do you know what's really interesting here as well is that you have literally got this blue crystal, and you've got a very strong blue card. Actually, in the back of it is blue. Right, you've got blue energy here. Ta-da, blue. Blue represents the throat chakra, which is all about communication. And some of you may also find that there are things in regards to your teeth or your jaw or your neck or your ear, your mouth, your thyroid, your throat. Those areas can be very activated soon. So some of you may have like those kinds of issues as well. But also many of you might be getting things fixed. So you might be getting your teeth fixed, or for example, like wisdom teeth pulled out. You might be having certain things going on with your thyroid or your jaw. Like you might find that there's clicking in your jaw, or you might find that your jaw just hurts. You may also find that there's pain related to your ears, which is to do with maybe a cold that you catch, So there's something here about your thyroid, your throat, your mouth, okay? You may have a few little issues in this regard, which will be fixed and healed, let's say. But your throat chakra area is very, very powerful over time. So again, these are sort of unforeseen changes where you might think to yourself, whoa, my wisdom teeth, or you might think to yourself, my tooth hurts, and it's unforeseen, it's unexpected, and things like that, right? So it can also be to do with your neck as well. So that's something I'd say is also unforeseen, but you'll also find that it also goes the other way as well, where there's people coming towards you, wanting to communicate with you, wanting to be part of your energy, so again, there's a really strong throat chakra energy, so yeah, just keep in mind that vibe. All right, let's keep going. Oh, and also your tongue, that's another bit that I missed out. Okay, so we've got here crossroad. Yeah, you may be also faced with like a situation where you have to choose between two different things. It could be two different people, it could be two different opportunities, it could be to do with two different jobs, for example, but you're going to be at a crossroad. And I also feel here as well that you'll do tons and tons of research. So again, this is like an unforeseen change as well, where you are going to have to choose between two different things, but actually you'll be able to make your decision. So it's not a big deal at the end of the day, but you will have to make a decision. So again, that's the next, of course, these are like the next big unforeseen changes. So Tower. Many of you like rebuilding a lot here. We also have a child. Some of you may have a child coming into your life. Okay, now this doesn't have to be like your own child. You may have a family member who's having a child. Speaking of child, my next door neighbour is like playing with a football. I don't know if you guys just heard that. Can you hear them? So that's interesting. Literally, just like the voice just appears as we have the child card. And I'm just going to shut the window because they do love to talk and scream and play very, very loudly, as they are, of course, children. So, of course, that can sometimes become a bit distracting from my readings. But it's so interesting how I can literally hear them next door, because there was one and then another one. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so it kind of resonates in different ways, I would say, where essentially, right, there could be a child that comes into your life. So, for example, if you have been trying, this could literally be you, but it could also be people around you. It could also be like someone you know who has a child, but it also could be you feeling really, really playful and very happy in your circumstances and your situation, where you feel really fulfilled and extremely happy in your life. So again, that's another big unforeseen change, that you feel happy, you feel playful, you love doing such simple things, And that's something we see here as well. Okay, and let's go to these cards. Okay. We have here Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So again, more to do with the throat chakra. Your throat chakra is very powerful. I feel like a lot of you are going to be speaking up, especially if you felt like you just never really had the power to speak up, or you felt scared to speak up. You're speaking up, like you're absolutely taking charge. You're not letting people run all over you. You're rebuilding, you're growing. You know, the tower here, this one is not collapsing. This is rebuilding and this is growth. And it is about, you know, being sky high, having power, you know, putting yourself on the pedestal. And this is also taking action towards things that you really want to do. And again, having people also do that in return. So a lot is coming your way, a lot is progressing your way. And it's really about you leading by example, walking your talk, and you know, things unfolding. Oh, speaking of things unfolding, we've got here Dwashkul. Probably said that wrong. I really do apologize. It says Dharma unfolding. So this one here says, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So remember, it's not a marathon. Sorry, it's not a sprint. There we go. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And also, small steps lead to bigger strides. So try not to feel like you have to do everything all at once. I think that you'll realize that actually, you know what, baby steps is what really does it in the end. And also enjoying your path. You know, I feel like a lot of you will enjoy the path you're on, which is also a big unforeseen change, because some of you might be like, oh, I just really want things to change me. Like I really just want things to be different. But I feel like after knowing this, a lot of you will be content in your path, and you'll start to feel like, you know what, I'm going to enjoy where I am right now, because it's not actually a bad place to be. And that's what I also see here as well. And that is literally what we do have right there, which is very special indeed. So that's what we got. That's what we got. So I really hope that this reading gave you lots of clarity, lots of information and knowledge. Of course, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course the intention items which are on my website, which thousands of people have seen results with. And do take care, everyone. Alright, so now we will move to group number 2. And I will take away these cards and the crystal. All right. Group number 2, this is your reading with me for the next big unforeseen changes coming for you. So let's have a look and see what we have. So you have chosen this absolutely stunning carnelian crystal. Let's put it right there. And we have here the Tattoo Tarot card. Alright, so this is the one that came out when I shuffled the deck when I asked the main question. Okay, we're also going to be looking into oracle cards as well. So this is your card. So we have got here the 8 of Wands as your main card for the next big unforeseen changes. Now, unforeseen changes are the things right now that you don't really see coming your way. So it's one of those things, right? I really feel here that the 8 of Wands shows a lot of movement. More so, a ton of movement in terms of stability. You see how all of these wands like sort of crisscrossed, and they're like really making something very, very stable. It's almost like it's a net or like a lattice. Do they call it a lattice? Where, you know, it's like a net where it like catches things, or it's like a foundation, you know, so other things can rest on top of it and it wouldn't crumble or break apart. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting here, where it's like a form of protection, but it's also really, really stable. So I really feel here that the next big unforeseen changes are to do with stability. So this includes aspects of your home, aspects in regards to your career, aspects in regards to love and security. So I really feel here that a lot of you might be focusing on how you can make your home environment more secure. Some of you might be putting, I know it sounds a little bit random, but some of you might be putting like alarms, or you might be focusing on like maybe adding cameras. You might also be changing your locks, or just making sure that your locks are like sufficient, things like that. Like that's what I see here. I know that sounds a bit bizarre, but like it's really something that I do see here in terms of like making a change. Some of you might be moving houses altogether or moving to a completely different location, but there's definitely something in regards to your home life that I see you doing, and it's stability in regards to that. You might be changing a gate or a door, you know, or windows, things like that. I really do see here as well. And then Also, the other aspect of this is very much so in regards to responsibility for yourself and also self-sufficiency. So I really feel like a lot of you are changing up different habits. I mean, this could be to do with things that you're eating or exercising, but it's also to do with how much like energy you're always giving to others versus how much you're giving to yourself. I also feel here that another big unforeseen kind of big change coming your way is also things to do with your nails and your teeth. Also your feet, your knees. Did I say knees? So that's something that I'm also seeing, is that you may be getting manicures or pedicures, because I did mention nails and I did also mention feet, right? And this is also to do with the base chakra. Okay, so the base chakra is what we're really connecting to for your reading in this one. Actually, your card is red as well, so that makes a lot of sense. Your base chakra is known to be the red chakra, of course. And yeah, aspects of your, like, even your hips as well. Maybe some of you want to like show the appearance of wider hips, or you have wider hips and you're kind of like working on making your hips like less narrow, like less wide. I don't know, there's something about your hips. And I also see here teeth as well, so you might be, you know, paying extra attention to your teeth, or getting something done to your teeth, or just trying to take extra care of your teeth. Again, something to do with nails. Perhaps you want to grow your nails. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. Also with feet, like you might be getting pedicures or looking after them, things like that. That's what I see. I know this doesn't sound like, this might sound like something that's really like minor, but actually I really do feel like it's a big change, because for some of you it's really to do with like self-confidence and how you feel as well in that regard, and you're kind of just hoping to, you know, feel really, really strong in that sense. So yeah, it's something that we do have here. So lots of stability in that aspect, right? Lots of stability. I mean, when you think about it, taking care of your teeth is not really a small thing, right? I mean, that's so important when you think about the role that it plays, and the role that all of your like body parts do play. I guess in a way it's like really pretty big. Okay, let's continue on and see what other next big unforeseen changes. I also feel like there can be communication with those around you who provide stability into your life. So it could be like romantic, you know, people around you, where you start to communicate with someone, for example, that you might end up marrying, or someone that you start communicating with you who becomes a lifelong friend, you know. So that's also a big unforeseen change. Like you'll start to communicate with someone who's like plays a big role in your life, and you know, you feel so happy to have them. So again, it's all to do with stability. Those are the big life changes I see here, big unforeseen changes. Okay, so let's have a look here and see what we have. We got bear. Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. Oh, it's so cute. You got snake here. All right. You know what? Snake isn't actually bad. And you know why I say that is because I know that in like more of the like Western world, snakes are known to be, especially when people use the snake emoji on things like social media, they're like insinuating that someone's a snake, you know, like they're not a good person or whatever. But actually in Vedic astrology, snakes are powerful, very powerful. They're also a sign of protection. You also find also a lot of Hindu gods as well, with there's specifically one, of course, that has a snake wrapped around them, and it's not a bad thing at all. So you know, when you see like snakes, for example, it's not always bad. Snakes can also represent like shedding away the old, so that the new can, you know, grow, like especially because they do shed their skin, of course. So I feel like you're going through a transformation. That's what I see here. Like things that you thought were bad, you will then look at and you'll be like, you know what, that had to happen for me. It was part of my growth. So it's almost like you're changing your mindset, and that's a big unforeseen change, because when you start to look at life like that, you are just growing and growing and becoming stronger and stronger along the entire way and the entire duration. That is so powerful when you start to look at life in such a perspective where you think to yourself, you know what, that had to have happened for my highest good. And that really can be so life-changing. So snake here shows that you are becoming a stronger version of yourself. You're shedding the old, which is not inherently a bad thing, because you're becoming an even stronger version of yourself now. So again, it's to do with stability. Then we also have here broom as well. Like, you know, you're cleaning up areas of your life. You might be, you know, cleaning those, you know, those parts of your body that I mentioned. You might be like cleaning those aspects up. And also broom as well is that you may also be just trying to cleanse out your, your life and people around you who have been toxic and not so good for you. You're trying to really create an environment which is much healthier, much better, much happier for yourself. And there here is you really expressing yourself through creativity and different things that you love, be it drawing, painting, sewing, cooking, DIY. You're really just finding things to channel your energy into, which I see there with Bear as well. You're doing things that you find enjoyment in, whereas some of you may have thought to yourself, I just don't want to do those things, but then you finally pick up that creativity and it just gives you so much happiness within yourself. You feel so good doing those particular things, and that's something we also pick up on as well. It just gives you a sense of real joy and happiness. Okay, so that's what we got there, and let's have a look at your cards here. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I keep saying okay. Look, I feel like it will be okay. I know it sounds so cheesy when people say, don't worry, it will all be okay, but I really feel it, I really feel like it. I'm not just saying that because I'm someone on the other side of the screen. Like, I know that things can be really hard and they can be really difficult, and it can just feel like, oh, no one gets it, like no one understands it. I can feel you. I really, really can. And it's really hard, but I feel like at the end you will realize why things happen the way that they did. And I also feel like many of you are going through a transformation where you're like moving forward and ascending to such a higher level. Oh, speaking of ascension, oh my god, look, is that a snake? Well, it kind of reminds me of a peacock, but also I feel like that's a snake, right? That must be a snake. I mean, we keep talking about snakes here. Ascension. Right, so this one here says Serapis Bay, and it says Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. It's literally everything we were literally just talking about, is that you're becoming such a stronger version of yourself. We see the snake there, we see this ascending energy, like everything's sort of being cleaned up and you're becoming so much stronger, Wow, you're embracing your history as well. That's something we also see. Then we have this one which says Kuan Yin, care and compassion, choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. So I feel like many of you here as well are going to, really be there, A, for yourself, and then B, you'll kind of think to yourself, you know what, I will also want to do things for others as well, not because I feel a need that I have to, but because that's part of my nature, because so many of you are so helping and so kind and caring. I just feel like the energies here are first and foremost, put yourself first, and then of course continue to help others. So that's obviously quite significant too. Oh, I was talking about this. Oh my gosh, this is like full on, like, whoa, like it's really like sometimes I surprise myself in my own readings. So this is what I was talking about, right? There are certain Hindu gods who have snakes wrapped around them. There you go, Lord Shiva. There you go. Om Namah Shivaya, right? That's the mantra. Okay, so there you go. All right, snakes. Wow, transcendence as well. This one says rise up, right? It's all about ascension. It's all about moving up. This is really exciting. Oh my god, this reading, wow. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. There you go. Okay, you're on the right path here. You are definitely rising up. You're definitely moving towards a higher level. I also feel like strengthening your spiritual path just allows you to go towards the right direction and in the right way. So you know how snakes kind of like weave in and amongst and all around, so similar, right, to that sort of pattern that I was describing at the beginning. And so I just feel here like you're strengthening things, like when things get knitted as well, like each of the knots is just like strengthening what the piece is. That's kind of what I see happening here, is that you're also strengthening yourself. Things are becoming so much more stable. You're moving in the right direction. Oh wow, what a reading. That really is like the cherry on the cake, because that was literally what I was describing at the beginning. Oh my gosh, wow, I really do surprise myself sometimes in my own readings. But there you go, you get to see how I work as a reader. I get excited too, especially seeing all of these beautiful things happening for you. You're moving up, okay? And also this care and compassion, by the way, that you're giving to yourself and others will also come back to you as well, where others will also want to be caring and compassionate, and will also see you rise up too, right? So other people will kind of sense your energy rising up, and they'll also think to themselves like, whoa, I want to also rise up and move in this direction. It gives them also a sense of purpose as well, and a real sense of happiness too. which is obviously super, super significant in the grand scheme of things, and very, very important. So yeah, it seems really progressive. It seems really beautiful in the bigger picture. And I have to say, what a reading! Alright, so group number 2, if this reading resonates with you, of course, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website, which so many people have seen results with, thousands in fact. So do check those out, and I will see you all very soon. Alright, so we're going to go now to group number 3. I'm just going to take this crystal away. Alright. Whoa, that is impressive, I have to say. Whoa. Alright. So, let's go here. Alright, group number 3, let's have a look and see the next big unforeseen changes coming your way, or coming for you. So you have chosen this stunning crystal, and let's just put it right there, and this is your card from the Gilded Royale Tarot. Okay, so your main card, which is the one that I shuffled asking the question, then this one came out, it is Temperance. Alright, so you have got here Temperance in regards to next big unforeseen changes. I feel like there's a lot of comfort coming your way, there's a lot of stability, love, happiness, joy coming your way as well. So let's have a look and see also what the oracle cards are showing to us in regards to this, and we will have a look. Alright, I also feel here that there's this sense of the astral auric body, you know, where you feel so much more uplifted within yourself, so much more content and fulfilled, and also, you know, you're feeling so much more stable in your emotional aura as well. So you're feeling happy, you're feeling content, especially if right now you're struggling a lot and feeling just so overwhelmed with everything. Trust me, at some point, yes, one of the next big unforeseen changes coming your way is you feeling so much more happier and stable and fulfilled in regards to, you know, your life, and feeling so much more balanced, like you know, there's just a genuine sense of compassion and happiness, not only just for what you give to others, but what others also give to you. So there's this energy here of giving and receiving unconditional love as well, which I do pick up on with Temperance. Okay, let's see what these cards are also saying. Key. So we have here fish. That's a cute fish. That's a really cute fish. We have here key, as we saw. We also have here as well anchor. Okay, so yeah, some of you have felt very weighed down, but you know what anchor is all about? Anchor isn't just about sort of staying stuck. Anchor is also, you know, this weight that actually is very important, right? Because imagine if an anchor doesn't actually exist, then, I mean, spells bad news for certain situations in which an anchor is very necessary, right? So actually the anchor is quite significant, because what it's showing here is that everything, you may find that sort of life is a bit slow, right? And it's not happening as fast as you want it to. You may sometimes find that things are not moving or progressing as quickly, and that's not because it's not meant to, or it's not because the universe like hates you, let's say. It's more so because then you're able to avoid even more obstacles and even more issues and troubles and things like that. Like everything in your life is happening because there's a purpose for it to happen at this very point in time. You know, and I think that that's really, really important and extremely vital as well, is that there's really a purpose in that sense. And I think that the other thing as well, which is obviously pretty significant and also very important, is that the key here shows opportunities. So one of the next big unforeseen changes is an opportunity that just absolutely sparks something in your heart where you think to yourself, like, you know what, this is what I want. This is absolutely what I want. Now, for all of you, this is going to be something very, very different. For some of you, it's a home. Okay, where you go, wow, that's my home, like that's where I want to live, like that's where I want to move, like that's it, you know. And for others of you, this is going to be love. So you'll think about like, wow, this is a person I want to be with, this is a person I want to settle down with, like yes, absolutely. And then you can find that this person also in time reciprocates towards you as well, or the house that you want is actually available and you can go for it, and you know, you can put an offer or you can rent it, for example. And for some of you, it is career related, which means that ultimately you will very much so be able to you'll be able to get the job that you want, or something that really just, makes you feel very happy. Now, I would say as well that for some of you this could indicate like graduations and things, but to be honest, they're not really unforeseen, right? When we kind of look at, because I did in my vision, I did see like some of you graduating, but that also could be that maybe some of you are not expecting to graduate and then you do graduate, especially, if you're putting in like extra work and things like that. But I think that, obviously if you're studying, then you'll probably know that you will graduate, so it's not really entirely unforeseen, but for some of you it could be, right? So that's something I see here as well. So yeah, that's what I see. But for many of you, these are things that you don't really see coming. Like some of you might not really be searching for a home, but then you see something you really like, or yeah, again, like career-wise as well, you might get an opportunity, that you're not even searching for, and same goes with love. So it's going to be different for all of you, depending on which sort of connections you're in, because remember, this is a general reading, but it can definitely point you in the right direction in terms of what's coming your way. And of course, some of you may already be in relationships, and some of you may not be in relationships, and some of you may be looking, some of you may not be looking, you know what I mean? Like everyone's in a different scenario in that sense, but you know what makes sense to you in your heart. Speaking of your heart, we have got here, this card is green, right? Your crystal is green. Green is the colour of the heart chakra, so there's matters of the heart for sure that I feel indicate your next big unforeseen changes. Okay, so your heart will just be glowing green, your heart chakra. Your heart will feel so happy and content with these changes appearing. The fish here shows that you're kind of just going to go with the flow. You're going to enjoy your path and your process. You're going to feel very creative. Even if you're not necessarily a very creative person, I think that you'll really enjoy being creative. And even with the fish, like this is that sort of sense of like finding adventure and doing something different and not being afraid to express yourself and being creative. So that's what I see here, doing something a little different. And we also have that sort of Pisces and Sagittarius energy, as you see there. An anchor here is, yes, sure, things may be moving slowly, but remember, small steps lead to bigger strides. And the fish is all about finding enjoyment and fun in little things here and there. So that's also something we see there as well. So you'll be finding sort of happiness and love, generosity in aspects here and there, which is interesting. And did you know the heart chakra is also about circulation, which is interesting, right? Because when you think about a fish and the sort of the energy of the sea, it's got that kind of vibe to it. So I don't know, circulation, going with the flow, something that we do see here. Some of you may also sort of struggle with circulation. Perhaps maybe you find that it's just too hot where you live, so there's not enough, air circulation. You might find that your AC doesn't work or something. It could also be to do with like blood circulation, where you just feel like you need to get up and move a little bit more, especially with anchor, like that sort of aspect of things kind of staying stuck or stagnant in your body. So yeah, that's what we also see there as well. Remember, if you have any health issues, of course, go and see a medical professional. I just like making sure I say that. But yeah, I get that as well sometimes. Like sometimes your feet, not your feet, but like my feet just go cold sometimes. And that's because I just need to bring a bit more circulation into my feet. But yeah, like some of you might get that, where you kind of just feel like, oh gosh, just need to like move my hand a little bit more or do some other movements. Okay, so yeah, because that's what it's to do with the heart chakra as well. Okay, let's get some of these cards out. Okay. All right. We have here Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother, healing is possible at this time. So the heart chakra is all about sort of healing as well, isn't it? The heart. And I feel like you will have so much more peace. I think that, one thing you should know is that your life isn't slowing down. It's actually giving you so much more peace, especially because temperance is a huge card about peace and protection. You're being protected in your path, and sure, things may not move as quickly as you'd like it to, but that's because there's a real purpose behind it not moving as quickly as you'd like it to. There's a real reason that it's not going that fast, because actually if it was to go faster, you may just find that you'll run into like more trouble and feel more frustrated, etc. So you really are moving in the right direction in many ways. So that's really, really positive when you sort of think about things in that aspect, like things really are coming together for your highest good. And we also see here as well, pull the Venetian. So this one here says, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So remember I was talking about like the sea and circulation? No wonder. Waves of inspiration. Remember I said that you're going to get really creative? So there you go. The fish and the waves and your inspiration and creativity. There you go. So yeah, you're really experiencing that, and of course love is coming to you. So love in the form of exciting new opportunities, love in the form of someone romantic can also be coming your way. It could also be a career opportunity where you just feel so uplifted. And then we have here the divine director, intervention and purpose. See, the universe isn't purposely slowing things down. There's a divine intervention here happening where they're trying to protect you, right? So it says here, divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose, all right? Happiness and love for sure. So yeah, some of you may feel like, oh, things are just slowing down here. Like, what the heck? What the heck? But actually, that's because divine intervention is taking place to bring you so much more stability, happiness, fulfillment, and really what's for your highest good. So that's what we really do see. So you should know that the next big unforeseen changes is that, sure, look, things may slow down a little bit, but actually it's happening for your highest good, and it's bringing you so much peace, happiness and love into your life with it, right? So it doesn't just slow down for no reason. You're also feeling so much more protected as well, and you'll start to see repeating signs, and you may already be seeing those, but definitely a lot of repeating signs, synchronicities, numbers, white feathers, things like that. You will see. So that is your reading, group number 3. Wow, that rhymed. Okay, so if that resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course, intention items which are on my website, and do take care as well. Okay, so let's take away the crystal. Let me just put it in here. Take these away. And these. All right. All right, group number 4. This is the next big unforeseen changes coming for you. Let's see. So we have this absolutely stunning crystal. Let's put it right there. We also have here the Trippin Weight card. So what I did was I shuffled the cards, I asked the question, and from the deck, this is the one that came out. And your card is, the Knight of Wands. Fancy seeing the Knight of Wands here. It's interesting because actually the pattern here is actually present in the background of this card as well. All right. Wow. So, you know what, the first thing I was seeing here is definitely this energy of intimacy. So I feel here that this may be like unforeseen for many of you, but there's going to be a lot of intimacy coming your way. And I'm talking like emotional intimacy where you can just talk to people and spill, like your truth and talk about yourself in an emotional way and talk about your deepest, darkest, oh my god, I can't even speak. Deepest, darkest secrets, but also someone that just totally gets you, and someone that you can trust. So I feel like, someone that's going to come into your life, which is going to be very unforeseen, and it's almost like they just get you, they understand you, they're part of like your soul group. You just feel like, wow, we connect so well. And, they tell you things, you tell them things. It's not one-sided. Intimacy can also be physical as well, right? So that's something to keep in mind in terms of like the sensual aspect of things. And so that's something that we definitely do pick up on, which is very interesting. Should we see what else we have? So we're going to be looking at oracle cards as well. Knight of Wands is also creativity. I feel like a lot of you are going to get super, super creative. You're going to start discovering things that you love. Hobbies, goals, dreams. You may even go on a trip as well. And for some of you, this is completely unforeseen, where you won't even know you're going on a trip until you suddenly come up with the idea shortly, and you think to yourself, yes, I want to do that. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's unforeseen. So it's like, you don't really see it coming, but it happens. And I mean, that happens, sometimes you don't really plan things out, and then you just think, I'm going to go and do that. So something I see here is spontaneous, you know. You may even find that you spontaneously want to paint, or you spontaneously want to draw, or spontaneously want to change up your room and do some DIY, or you want to spontaneously cook a fancy meal or bake a cake, you know. Like, I see you being very spontaneous, which is also to do with these next big unforeseen changes, is that you actually really enjoy that spontaneous energy, and you think to yourself, wow, I want to do this more often. So that's something I also see. Now, obviously, you know, you might be thinking, how is that a big change? Like, how is that a big thing? It is, because actually for some of you, you may not necessarily be the most spontaneous, but you know, you just really enjoy it, and of course that's a big thing for you. So that's what I see. But also there could be a trip here that you make which is, you know, really big, you don't see it coming, but then it just makes you feel like, whoa, I want to do that, and then it changes like your perspective on things and makes you feel really happy and content in the grand scheme of things. So we also see that as well. All right, let's have a look here. Oh, okay, here's what we'll do, because there's quite a few cards here. Let's take the ones I can see. There's one behind here, which we will not take. Okay, so there you go. Let's take those. And let's also, I'm also going to shuffle these cards in a second. So we've got here, oh no, can't. Here's me, right? I had, you know, short nails before. I used to bite my nails, and then, you know, I just couldn't grab the cards properly. So then I thought, okay, let me grow my nails. I mean, this is like years ago. I'm talking about years ago, because I stopped biting my nails years ago. Now that I have fully grown my natural nails, and these are completely my natural nails, I still can't pick up the cards. Hello. It's one of those things where it's just like, really? Okay, so, and maybe that's something that a lot of you are also wanting to focus on, because sometimes when I mention things in readings, I know how so many of you say, like, I know you said that was like such a random thing, but it makes sense to me. So actually some of you might be focused on like growing your nails, or taking care of your like hands and sort of things like that. So that's something I also see, like a, you know, big unforeseen change, because you know what, I know so many people personally who get their nails done all the time, and they always complain about like how expensive it is, of course, but you know, I mean, that's their choice if they want to get their nails done, of course. But I know one person who recently has started to grow her nails, and now she just does everything at home, and you know, she's just like, I save money now. So it can be like a, you know, a big life change where actually you do get to save some coins, and you also feel happy about like the natural state of it. But you know, everyone's different. Like, not everybody can, unfortunately, grow their nails and things like that. Anyways, so you know, it could be that there's something like that that also happens to you, you know, because it can be a huge change. You know, it's one of those things. It really is one of those things. Okay, so we have got here crossroads. So there's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make shortly. Now, this could be, you know, between different careers or between different places, different opportunities, and you're going to think to yourself, okay, what do I really want to do? Like, which direction do I really want to go in? And that's what you're going to be thinking. The other thing we also have here is tree, right? So tree is beautiful because this is sort of like this family energy and family environment. Obviously, this is a Christmas tree, but there seems to be a family gathering or a family union that seems to happen soon. Maybe it's somebody's wedding, maybe it's somebody's birthday, maybe it's somebody's baby shower, it's somebody's, you know, perhaps it is also celebrating somebody's life, because we do have the cross. And, you know, I'm not trying to scare some of you that, look, something bad is going to happen. I think the cross is here. Well, the cross here is a celebration of somebody's life, and that's also something that's quite significant. You know, perhaps there's someone that maybe you know who's passed away, and you know, you want to celebrate their life, and so there's, you know, this sort of family energy and aura that I pick up in that sense, where you also think about the memories and things like that. Then we also have the ship as well, and the ship is really about going with the flow and sort of floating and doing things that excite you. Again, there could be a journey or a destination that you go to, for example, or a trip that you take, which just makes you feel really fulfilled and happy in regards to your path and how you're moving forward towards those particular things. So yeah, some of you might be going on a trip, but again, it's like, you know, it brings a big change, because essentially you don't see it coming. Some of you might literally be moving abroad, so that's something that I also see here, and obviously that's a huge change as well. And yeah, so that's what we've got there. The cross is also about your values. So some of you might be strengthening your spiritual path where you have certain beliefs, and you know, you've changed your beliefs, or you now believe in different things, or you've combined your beliefs with different things as well. You know, some of you may change religions, or you might think to yourself, you know what, okay, I'm not religious. Or you might think to yourself, okay, I am religious, but I also have a very strong spiritual path. You know what I mean? So you might be making changes to your spiritual path, or if you are religious, for example, that whole aspect, you might be making some changes and thinking, okay, well, actually, you know what, this is what I believe in. These are my principles. These are my values. These are the things that I believe in and that I love, you know? So that's also something we see. Okay, so I'm going to do a really horrible job at pronouncing this name right here. So you can see it, but I always say this one wrong. So this one here, of course, incredible figure. It says here higher learning. You've also got the sacred geometry actually in the background of it as well. So it says here you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. So a lot of you are going to be doing a lot of learning, and you're also going to be growing and moving forward in your path and your direction. You're going to be learning so much about yourself, and perhaps learning that it's okay to be spontaneous and take different risks and different chances, because at the end of the day, it's not like the worst thing in the entire world. Like, it really can bring you tons of stability as well. So that's something we see as well. And then ooh, Bridget. Okay, so you've got here Bridget. This one is inner strength. You know what I just thought? I thought of something really random. I'm like wondering why there isn't a pink chakra. Because you've got two chakras that are very similar at the top, right? One is like more indigo, and the other one is like, well, it's like more of like a violet. And it's interesting because those two top chakras always look like they're the same-ish kind of colours, but they always look different in different pictures. And I'm just wondering, why don't they just do like a purple and a pink? I know that sounds so bizarre, but that's something that I feel like so many of you are going to be contemplating. It's just random things like, why is this like this, and why isn't that like that, you know? So another example I give you of like kind of things that you might be thinking about. Now this is going to be different, obviously, but the kind of context of what you'll be thinking about is, so the other day as well, you know, I was thinking about the Aquarius card, which is the star, and Aquarius is known as a water bearer, but Aquarius is not a water sign, it's an air sign. I was just thinking, like, why is it like the water bearer, but it's an air sign, you know? So you might be contemplating like really random things where you're thinking, but why is this like this? And why is that like not like that? And why is it, you know, I think you're going to be contemplating a lot, you're going to be thinking a lot, you're going to be opening up your mind a lot to different things, and genuinely just be wondering and very inquisitive. So I know that sounds so random, but actually, do you know what? When I start going on about random things in a reading, I know how so many of you are telling me, no, that makes so much sense to my situation. So yeah, I think you're going to be very inquisitive. You're going to be thinking like, why is this like this? And why isn't that like that? You know, and yeah, you're definitely learning. You know, this higher learning energy is coming through. You might even come up with like inventions or new ideas where you think to yourself, okay, this gadget would be so much better if it was like this, you know, or this website would be so much better if it had a button like this. Or you think to yourself like, wow, you know, why hasn't my phone got an option to do this? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of you are going to come up with some really interesting ideas, because that's literally what I see here as well with the Knight of Wands, like a lot of discovery. We see here learning, but also creativity. So we have here Bridget. So this says inner strength. So it says move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. So know that you have the power in your own hands. And I also feel that there are some really interesting opportunities coming your way. Some of you are genuinely like making things happen. You might be making products, you might be coming up with exciting ideas. There's definitely like passion in your hands to get things done. I feel also that people will discover and recognize that you have this passion inside of you, and they will want to come towards you and move things along with you as well in that sense. And it will be really exciting and really, yeah, really progressive in that sense. It's really, really exciting, I have to say. So there's a lot of really good stuff coming your way, and ultimately I feel like you're definitely becoming stronger. There's a lot of fire and passion that's burning inside of you, especially if some of you feel like, oh, everything's just a little all over the place. I just feel here that there's such a beautiful energy of you becoming stronger, happier, and more fulfilled in your path, where things are really progressing in a very good direction and coming forward for you in a very good direction as well, where there's a really beautiful sense of, yeah, movement. You know, there's a really, really lovely sense of things coming together and progressing very beautifully. So I just feel like that's such a wonderful energy and a lot of joy in that sense you know, coming together. So yes, you've got the power in your hands, lots of fire, passion, creativity, group number 4, and this is your reading. So of course, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below, and definitely do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, rereading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website, and definitely do take care as well. So I really hope that that helps you and gives you tons of clarity. And yeah, okay, so that is what we have. So let's go to the next group. All right. Let's see. I literally thought the video had just gone and I was like, oh my gosh, okay. All right. The screen fell asleep. Okay, so let's see. Group number 5. This is your reading with me for the next big unforeseen changes that are coming for you. So let's have a look and see what's happening. All right, so you've chosen this beautiful crystal as we have right here. Let's put that right there. It's so stunning. It's like iridescent inside, got these beautiful hues of different colors. And then we also have this card. So this is one of the shuffle tarot cards. So what I did was I shuffled the cards, asked the question, and this one came out. So this one here is, dun, 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 it's the Four of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. So, you know, the Four of Pentacles is all about stability and happiness. So definitely feel like there's a beautiful energy here of things moving in the right direction. I also feel here as well that there's a sense of really good movement. I also feel as well, I know this is going to sound a little bit strange, but for those of you that may have had like some stomach issues, for example, I definitely see that those are calming down, like digestive issues, those are calming down. Maybe, you know, if you've really been like dealing with a lot of bloating and things like that is also calming it down. I also feel here in regards to money, you're saving more money, which is such a lovely, big, unforeseen change as well, because that really helps you in all areas of your life as well. You know, it really gives you more options, more choices, makes you feel better, happier, stronger. There's a real sense here of like self-confidence and self-worth. You're feeling so much more inner peace as well, personal power. I also feel like your health, in regards to your health, you'll be doing a little bit better as well. So that's obviously really lovely. There's just a lot of positive energies that I'm picking up here, and it just feels so genuinely lovely. And I also see with the Four of Pentacles here as well is that you can have a lot of support in regards to your friends and your family members, even romantically as well. Someone that just totally has your back in regards to love as well. So that's what I see. Okay, so that's one of your, well, some of your next big unforeseen changes which are coming towards you. Let's see what we have in regards to these cards. Yeah, you see this person like totally like so happy, you know, it's like a cheerleader, and then there's a sense of happiness there. Okay, so you have got Scythe. I know this card looks really scary. It does look pretty scary, doesn't it? But actually, it's not scary in the grand scheme of things, because look, you're cutting out things that are not good for you. That's what I see here, you know? You're cutting out things that are not good for you. So, for example, if you've had like friends around you who've just always been there, like just not ever saying anything nice or doing anything nice, and if you've always thought to yourself, like, why are they like this? Like, why don't they care? Why are they not, you know, progressive? Why are they doing this like this and that like that? I just feel here that you are moving in a direction which is going to give you so much more stability to take charge and to basically cut people out that are just not great for you. You know that they cause you pain, you know that they hurt you, you know that they're hot and cold, and they just are continuously showcasing the same kind of behavior. And that behavior is obviously, you know, their choice. And so I think here you're cutting things out so that better things can bloom in its place. And I think that's really important, right? I mean, a lot of people don't really keep split ends, you know, in their hair. They don't continue to, you know, they take out the weeds. Like, they don't just let them grow, you know, because then that gets into everything else. And that's the kind of vibe I see here, where you don't want one horrible thing to like poison everything else good that you've done, you know, because that's obviously not great. It's like if you bake a cake, but then you put a tiny bit of poison in it, of course it's going to poison the entire thing, right? Same thing, like you put a tiny bit of something not good into like a whole bottle of water, it's getting into the, oh god, I can't even speak, into the entire thing, and that's not good. So essentially here it's also about your energy and the kind of energy that sort of gets into your energy and then kind of ruins your energy. Like you're just going to make decisions here to cut out certain people that are not good for you, and in turn, you know what's going to happen is that give it a bit of time and then the right people will start to enter your life. This means that you can make new friends, this means that you can attract new people into your life. It means that you can genuinely gain the happiness and the joy that you deserve, rather than being stuck in a situation where you're constantly being brought down by a group of people that are just not good for you. I see you cutting people out. It's a big life change. It is. But you know what? It's for your highest good. It really is. You know, I feel like, especially with that 10, so many of you have just like had enough, you know? Yeah, see the fox. It's a sly energy. This fox really is going after that bird. But the bird knows and is not bothered. You know why? Because a bird can fly. That's the thing. People have been coming after you, annoying you, hurting you, frustrating you. But you know for a fact that you can fly, and that at the end of the day, it's the fox's loss. It's not the bird's loss. The bird can fly away. You know what I mean? Like, you got wings, you have power. You may feel at times that you don't have power and that you can't move on, but that's not true. You have so much more power, because at the end of the day, it's the other person that is going to lose out on a genuine energy and a genuine person, which is you. So at the end of the day, your energy is pure. Your energy is crystal clear in the context of you know who you are, and that's giving you so much more power in the grand scheme of things, and it's also bringing so much fulfillment to you. So let's continue here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look, the divine director. Oh, sorry, I'm like taking away the entire device with me here. Okay. Like taking the entire thing there. Okay, so yeah, I got really excited about this card. So the divine director, intervention and purpose, right? Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So again, there are certain people that are going to be cut out of your life in order for you to live so much more peacefully, so much happier, and to have genuine happiness and love that you actually do desire and deserve. Those kinds of things will absolutely manifest for you, and I really do feel like the kind of love and joy that you deserve will 100%, 1000%, let me just say, that will manifest for you, right? And ultimately, there are certain things that you're being protected from, which you will have to cut out in order to gain that abundance, right? So that's what I'm saying and saying as well. Okay, so divine intervention is taking place. Like, if you find that certain things that you really kind of were hoping would work out get cut out from your life, it's because there's a purpose and there's something so much better out there for you that the universe is clearly seeing. Oh, that reminds me of the Ace of Cups with the bird on top. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so we've got the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. It says, remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Know that the universe has your back. Your spirit guides have your back. Your angels have your back. Your ancestors have your back. The universe has your back. They all got your back. You know? So yes, love is real. But also love yourself. And when you love yourself and you cut out the toxic that gets everywhere, you know, just makes you feel horrible, makes you feel like you're the one doing everything wrong, you have so much more power for yourself in the grand scheme of things. So always know that. You've also got here, Diana, focused intention. So it says, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome, okay? Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars. Much further away than the moon. You know, yes, you can shoot for the moon if you want, but shoot for the stars. Shoot for, this is such a lame joke. Kepler 4-5, what was that? What's that planet that twins with Earth that they found that is like Earth but somewhere really far away? Shoot for Kepler 452b or something, whatever it's called. I am so lame with my jokes, but hey, you know what? It's just what it is. Yeah, set your sights high. Okay, like really high, because that's okay. But also be prepared to detach from your expectations, because that's how the universe works, right? Is that if we continue to like hold on to the fact that we need to get there, it can kind of like delay things. But in the back of your mind, you should know what you deserve and you should know what you really want, and then continue to kind of live in your moment in life, doing whatever you can for yourself, and then boom, when you least expect it, you'll end up at the destination that you once prayed for. You know, one day you wake up and you'll be like, wow, I actually prayed for this. Like, I actually wanted this. I actually wished for this. But that's the thing, is that it will happen to you when you least expect it, which is why letting go of it will also help for it to come towards you. You know what I mean? So definitely, you know, that's showing you that you should, you know, aim towards the things that you really want to progress towards, because what you want and what you desire will absolutely manifest. Whoa, okay, nice, nice. All right, so group number 5, that's your reading. I really hope this reading gave you tons of clarity, information, and knowledge. Of course, if this resonates, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course, the intention items which thousands of people have sent results with. The review section is at the bottom of the website, and take care, everyone. All right, bye.